What's up, everybody? It's Pip back to you again with another instructional video on these indicators that I use. This video is going to be about another one by BigBeluga called the Volumatic Vidya, or otherwise known as the Volumatic Variable Index Dynamic Average. So this is another one of my big favorite indicators because it shows you, similar to this one, where it kind of gives you a map of buyer volume, right? This is kind of like a range profile, volume profile. This one, on the other hand, breaks in a certain range. It kind of gives you some buy and sell signals, which I wouldn't, again, really rely on using it as confluence. The reason why I really like this one is obviously this indicator right here. It's showing us specifically, just in this area, it has this area pointing down, so this pink area, how many buyers versus sellers. Now we are getting a sell symbol here, and it would be a little bit late because it's down here, which is why you don't really trust it. And it's showing us that volume. So even though I'm getting a sell signal, you can see I'm clearly in a long position. And the reason why I'm in a long position is because I see a kind of double bottom, or W, forming. I've explained this in one of my other videos, a W forming, and I caught this little mini one right here. You can see right at the bottom, kind of bottom with this little tiny piece right here. Found my entry, and I'm expecting this to actually come up to a previous section here, which is this is a volume area high on a fixed range profile that I have set up, right? So I'm expecting it to kind of come back up into this section here. There it is, right there. So one of the cool things with this is you will notice that the price will generally go up to these stars here. So the price will go up and oftentimes reject off the star and then come back down. So sometimes I've played that waiting for the price to get to that star, and if I think the price is coming back down, I'll use that as the entry. You can see that it's clearly kind of right on par with not only the downtrend here, but the volume area that I have marked here. So I could use this as an identifier for, okay, hey, that's my target, that's where I'm trying to find my short position if I do believe that the market's still going to continue coming down. I believe that we have, like I said, a kind of double bottom, or W, forming here, staying on par with this trend line that I just drew out, and I think it's going to come up and kind of hit that area. So I'm actually just using that as my target of where to get out of the market. So how do you properly use this? I haven't really messed with the settings, but you can adjust your length, the momentum, the distance factor between the upper and lower bands, to get whatever readout it is that you like. I find that it works perfectly fine just on its own. And I use this alongside that liquidity spectrum visualizer to get an idea of where those levels are, where I'm taking that trade to, and does it line up with where I want to go, right? So if I'm starting to get that readout, and you'll notice this as well, that the numbers will change on different timelines, right? So we see that there is a variation of contracts, right, depending on the timeline that you're in. So on the 1 hour, we've got 306, even though we're in a buy signal here. We have an overage on buys here on the 4 hour. So you can use all of these as confluence. I'm just taking this short re-up. I do believe the market is going to continue coming down, but I found a really nice quick position to get my entry in and get out. So I'll take this quick scalp, but really effective tool. You also get this percentage here of delta volume on how is that selling delta being filled. And obviously we're at a negative 27% here on that delta volume. So really effective tool if used correctly. You'll notice that, look here on the 1 minute, we're kind of already getting rejection off that first zone right here. I can start playing this a little tightly, and I'm still, again, planning on this breaking that zone based off of just what I've seen in the past, playing these W's that I notice, and also we have kind of a higher region here that may want to um, get contacted with that we pointed out before. So really cool, effective tool. I really like seeing what's happening. Again, this is only the only issue with this is you can't be fully reliant on it, because if you're using it on TradingView, I don't know if it's available anywhere else, but on TradingView, it's level 1 data. So you don't have level 2 data to get fully active on the spot buyer and seller information and legitimate volume. However, it's going to give you a really good idea if if you don't have level 2 volume or level 2 data. It's still going to help you get a really good idea of what the market is thinking. Don't go fully based off of that. Use all the other things that you know if you are going to be using this tool, and have that be an asset to making your trades and finding that confluence and that validation that, okay, yes, what I'm thinking with this W, as I'm seeing there's on the 1 minute that the buyers are actually starting to win this seller position here, that's adding that confluence on what I'm already thinking about the W. Okay, so use it with that. Double check, double check. Okay, cool. Here's our buyer support. If you're going to be using the BigBeluga, I explained the BigBeluga in a previous video, so I'll tag that in this one. But I hope that helps you guys. It's a really simple tool, really easy to use, and check it out. Let me know what you think. And then the next video that I'll do, I'll express how I also use the rejection blocks by taking profits to also aid in all these things that I'm seeing, and not just using one thing to make a decision for my trades. So try to keep that short and sweet. I hope that helps. If you have any questions on this, or would like to see me use it live or trade with us, feel free. I'll put a Discord in the description. And take care, guys.